Hello. Actually, give it a second. That should have already started. Right. Right. Setting up stuff. Hello, chat. How you doing today? I'm back, chat. We're back with part 2. This time, we're going to case 5. Yeesh. Finished case 4 in the morning. Now we're going to case 5. There's no audio right now, because this page just had the game itself right at this point has no audio in this page. Funnily enough, you'll probably hear the ding ding. The next part will be episode 5, The Hound, The Adventure of the Unspeakable Story, The Hound of the Baskervilles. Hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen. Its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare. The whole of its ox-sized body was outlined in white hot flames. Woof woof. Woof woof indeed. Either way, we are going to give it a minute or a few minutes just to see. Because again, this is technically restarting the stream, so we're going to give it a few. See where if someone arrives. Otherwise, we just start in a second. Sorry for no music because this page has no, because this place has no, it has no music. It's the best I can do. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna click it and start it then. Episode 5, The Adventure of the Unspeakable. Start playing from the start of this episode. Yes. This is the new one. Ooh. Now we get a little description, and I get to take a break.
It's coming! Sholmes's cry pierced through the thick wall of fog around us. Wisps of vapor flowed over the pistol as I cocked it, and I waited, breathlessly, in the stillness. The silence lasted for what seemed an eternity, until, at last, it appeared. From the shadows of the cloud, an enormous beast sprang out upon us. A hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen. Its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare. The whole of its ox-sized body was outlined in white-hot flames. Its rumbling pant and hideous howl, so terrified was I that I began to tremble with fear. "Look well, Wilson," Sholmes declared, gazing upon the mystical beast. "For this is the diabolical hound of the Baskervilles."
There we go. Hound of the Baskervilles, huh? Now there's something interesting for us to get our sink our teeth in later early. Or more like figuratively, not so much literally. But either way, our first 2 months in London passed by in a flash. In that disconcerting courtroom experience we were first thrown into on the day we arrived in the country. And in Soseki-san's terrible deal that followed closely behind, we had emerged victorious. Yay! However, there came an abrupt end to our opportunities to appear in court. Which was hardly surprising, of course, since I was nothing more than an amateur, an unknown student of law from a faraway land. So life in our little office was very quiet. That is, until it was shattered one day by that fateful telegram. "5th April, 9:13 a.m. Naruhodo's Legal Consultancy." That's the name? Okay, fair enough. Knock, knock, knock. Ooh, it's looking much better now. Damn. What are those? Are those bush? What are those things on the right side? I cannot tell. That's supposedly like onions, mushrooms, or something? I'm kind of curious in that department. Huh. I wonder what those are supposed to be on the right. That morning, I was woken by the unreserved knocking on the door by the telegram boy. Quite the telegram. But after he'd gone, hi Susato. Susato-san's behavior became very obviously strange. Susato-san? Yes. Is it time to leave for court already? Let me see. What case is it today? I don't think I'm scheduled to defend anyone at the moment, am I? Oh, no, of course not. I'll still leave me. But I think Iris said she would make us breakfast this morning. So shall we go down to Mr. Sholm's suite? Yes. Iris makes the most delicious breakfast food. She does, doesn't she? And once our bellies are full, we can leave for court in fighting fit form. Let me see. What case is it today? Here we go again. Pretty sure we just mentioned that there was no court case today. Sato? That thing must have had something attached to it. Here's our badge. Of course. Or our representative badge in this case. Present! As per usual, as is kind of obligatory in every Ace Attorney game you play. Present your... well, the equivalent to your attorney's badge. Always, to everyone. It means a great deal to me, you know? That you cherish his armband so, and wear it each time you appear in court. Well, it's very important to me. It's what shows that I'm a lawyer. And whenever I wear it, I feel as though it gives me strength through Cosmo. I absolutely can't be without it, especially when I'm at a critical point in a trial. But just the other day, I noticed you wearing it when we went to visit that park. Sometimes I forget to take it off. Ignore that, please. Converse. Let's see what she has. The telegram. So, what was it about? What was it about? The telegram that was delivered this morning, I mean. Oh, telegram? I don't know what you're talking about. And I am blind. Well, sometimes maybe. But like, and I am an idiot. Yeah, moving on. Okay, maybe sometimes as well. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now before I dig myself a bigger hole than I already am in. Sorry, but you're not going to get away with that. Well, I didn't think I would. Actually, don't give it a moment's fun. It's nothing interesting. Boring, in fact. It was just a boring old telegram. That's 3 times now that you tried and failed to convince me it was nothing. I promise I'll tell you about it at some point. Alright, I understand. Soseki-san. I suppose Soseki-san will have arrived back in Japan by now, won't he? Yes, I should think so. He left immediately after that terrible ordeal. Which would mean he should have completed the voyage already, or be just a few days away. A fortnight ago, we had that very long telegram from him, do you remember? Complaining of seasickness. But by and large, it seems the voyage has been going well. That's good for him. I'm glad Soseki-san is having a good voyage back to Japan. The man has kind of suffered enough. And my throat and my voice has suffered enough as well. So, yee. Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san? I was just wondering what might have become of Sasaki-san had he stayed in London, that's all. You mean, as regards Lord Van Zeeks, the Reaper? Yes, I can't help wondering if seasickness would have paled into insignificance in that case. The Reaper. What is it they say? That no one who stands in the dock can be safe from the Reaper, right? Like the way that nightmarish trial on the very day we arrived in London. Even 2 months on, the cause of that dreadful fire is still a mystery. Yes, but at least Sasaki-san is safely out of the country now. Presumably that means that the curse of the Reaper can only take effect within the confines of the city of London, perhaps. Even if that's the case, it's a comfort. I have a terrible sense of foreboding. The legend of the Reaper is to be believed. It would mean he wields the sword of justice himself. Come to think of it, I wonder what he's been up to these past 2 months. Surely not wielding that sword against more acquitted defendants. No, I don't think so. Apparently, Lord Van Zeeks hasn't appeared in court once since our last encounter. Oh? Yes, since Sasaki-san's trial, he's withdrawn from judicial service again, it seems. Really? Really? Just like before, when he wasn't seen in court at all for several years. So, it's just been me who's had to face him in the recent space of trials then. Oh, just my luck. I wonder if luck doesn't come into it. Sorry, what was that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Well, let's go speak with, get our dinner from Iris. Oh, my lodging officer came in the act of the suite of rooms rented by Sherlock Holmes. I call it consultants, but the clients aren't exactly beating down the door. With the furniture we moved in recently, this place is starting to feel like a real office. And the home and office of the world-famous great detective and his young companion, Iris. It seems people from all over the globe come to engage his consulting detective services. When you're ready, let's go downstairs for breakfast. Okay, let's go. We already talked enough, I'd say. Whew. 15th April, Sholmes Suite. Morning, Bruno. Morning, Susie. It's not just me who's hearing someone playing a violin really badly, right? Okay, I'm gonna going for I lose my. Good morning, Iris. Iris? What is it, Bruno? What is that terrible noise? It sounds like a cat being strangled. Yes. You noticed that, didn't you? Ugh. Harley isn't in the best form this morning, it seems. My time. Oh. Hello. Hello. One sec. Hello. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. Good morning. Good morning to die, perhaps. Has something happened, Mr. Sholmes? You look miserable and the way you were playing the violin before. My analytical mind is dead. Music is dead. The world is dead. Damn this blenched existence! That's all it is, my dear fellow. Nothing of consequence. I'm afraid I don't understand. Well, Iris, isn't it time we ate? Some dry toast and insipid coffee for me. If it's not too much trouble. Oh. Ooh. Kitty cat. Oh look. Oh look, it's Wakahai. Good morning, boy. Aww, so cute. That must be some sort of tiny door for cats to use. But how did it get in there? Well then, everyone, time for breakfast. Oh, wonderful. Let me help you, Iris. Would indeed be a fine day to die. I knew something looked different. Something's missing from Mr. Sholmes' desk. Let's present that armband, because that's what we do. Mr. Sholmes, could I ask for your opinion about this? You lure me to raise my languid head with the promise of some mental exaltation. Yet in my morbid depression, I am confronted with the most mundane of problems. Oh. My mind finds greater stimulation in the unforgiving monotony on the floor than in your miserable offering. Always glad to help. Oh, my head weighs heavy on my shoulders. Well, let's just converse with him. Wanting to die. You seem to be very unhappy this morning, Mr. Sholmes. What happened? What's happened? It used to be the case that in my hands, its following sung like the dawn chorus, its mellowsome tones would make flowers bloom. It would? But I'm questioning that one. But no, the muses are unamused with me. Goddesses of music have thrown me over. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? For hours I've played, for days even. Through the night I've endeavored to no avail. That sound, my tone, is lost. That brilliant, clear, unwavering tone. Gone forever! No more recitals of unbridled emotion! Well, you haven't been practicing much lately, have you, Early? Don't worry, I'm sure we'll come back to you in time. Heed my words, Mr. Naruto. The goddesses of the arts are fickle. One day they bestow genius on a man, next they unmercifully withdraw it. Oh, dear. Why is this happening to me? If they take the turn I have, or the value from me, what is left, for pity's sake? What is left? Deduction, perhaps? Isn't that what you're known for? The missing machine. Mr. Sholmes, I don't like to pry, but your desk looks rather empty today. Well done, Miss Soto. Your observational skills do you credit. Oh, no, Mr. Sholmes. They pale into significance compared to yours. Nice! Congrats, Raffaello. Nice. So, not only did you get what you wanted, you also got Melusini in attachment to that. Congrats! Nice. Now I hope I also get my own run later on. That's all I can hope now myself now. But either way, congratulations, my man. Happy for you. You'd struggle not to notice, wouldn't you? You mean Huntley's great analytoscope? That's all. That's at Winding Banks now. Sorry? It's at a Winding Bank? No, Windy Banks, the pawnbrokery. Pawn... What? What? You mean you've pawned that enormous machine of yours? It has some considerable value, you see. Quite undeservingly. But isn't it a very important machine for your work? I do wish you had consulted us if your situation had become so desperate. I should have gladly passed what little income I have to you. Dear madame, things are far from desperate. But the pawnbroker has your wonderful machine. How can it be anything but desperate? Making use of a pawnbrokery is quite ordinary here in London, I assure you. It is? It doesn't sound ordinary at all. It would seem that neither of you fully understand how pawnbroking works. Oh. Oh. What's to understand exactly? How pawnbroking works. That is a word I never thought I would have to say in my life. But sure. What did you mean when you said we didn't fully understand how pawnbroking works? Pawnbroking. To the people of London, pawnbrokeries are akin to banks. Banks? On Mondays, merchants relinquish their finest check-ins and trappings to their pawnbroker of choice. The money they receive in return, they are able to trade happily through the week. And then on Saturdays, they go to recover their things using the money they've earned. I had no idea. This has been a fascinating lesson for us. Everyone does it, you see. Especially people in inner London. And should they have money to spare, they would purchase another fine jacket. Not to wear, obviously, but to pawn should the need arise. Hello, Black Reaper. Welcome to stream, my man. Welcome to my voices, the end of my voice, basically. Oh, how ingenious. So whenever we have something that's getting in the way, we leave it at Windy Banks, you see. Pawnbrokery can be thought of as an extremely secure vault. Who would have thought that even pawnbrokers are different here in Great Britain? Of course, you have to watch Hurley with it. Sometimes he pawns things he really shouldn't. Oh boy. Don't you, Hurley? What did he do this time? What does it matter? The world is dead to me now. Yes, Sherlock, by the way, for anyone who's just said that, Sherlock seems to be in depression right now. We don't... It seems because of something he pawned off or something, supposedly. We don't really know why exactly, but... He pawned something, he went to the pawnbroker, put something there, and now he's in depression. Maybe I have to, like... Oh, can we talk with... Look at Mr. Shum's decks. It's completely clear. Is there a normal machine usually on it?
We can never hope to understand what goes on in the great detective's mind, Mr. Naruto. Why, next time we're invited, we may find he's vacated the entire suite.
That's scarily plausible, actually. Yeah, that is actually plausible if it's him. Let's see if Iris has any idea. Wakahai. Let's talk about the cat. Mr. Natsume's cat seems to have settled into his new home then. Oh, Wakahai is actually... Oh yeah, Natsume had a cat! I forgot about that! I forgot, Saseki did have a cat! Oh shit!
Oh yes, and I've become very attached to little Waggy.
It would appear his previous owner is completely forgotten about him. Cats are unfeeling creatures, their mews as empty as the hearts of the muses. Oh, look at it.
If Mr. Natsume had no intention of taking Waggy back to Japan, I wonder why he kept him in the first place.
I expect he would have taken him if he could. But rats are strictly forbidden aboard steamships in our experience.
And for good reason. Terrible things can happen if the rules of passage are not obeyed. Well, and your mind, because Waggy is adorable.
Aww. Yes, he really is. Oh yes, what about the door? I don't remember seeing that tiny thing in the main door before. Where did that come from?
Oh, you noticed? You are observant, Runo. Look, I use this. It's my latest invention.
Oh my god, this music. It's actually pretty cool. I like it. What is that?
I call it the cat flapomat.
The what? Wait, the what? The cat flapomat. Okay, I guess. Being fair, I couldn't come up with a better name even if I tried, but like... Okay. Fair enough.
Gosh, a machine for making doors just for cats? That's right. It can make a cat flap for a little furry friend like Waggy in seconds. And it can do it in any door at all, no matter what it's made of. It's very powerful, you see.
Wouldn't it have been quicker just to make the cat flap rather than making a machine to make the cat flap? I mean, unless you're going to sell this to make it easier and shit for people to make cat flaps, then fair. But I don't know about that.
Well, yes, maybe. But now I can make cat flaps anywhere I like. Oh, I think it's wonderful. You must make one for us in the door to our office upstairs, Iris.
She really knows how to come up with unconventional inventions, this girl.
Hehehe.
Well, okay, so we had to talk with her to advance. Oh!
Oh, what was that?
Wakahai? Oh no. What the hell is going on with the cat? What was that?
Oh no! My guy is tangled up in your violin. I think he thinks it's a toy. No!
No! What's he doing to it?
Oh dear, Mr. Sholmes' precious violin.
Why should I care? What? I shouldn't be surprised. If the cat is a more accomplished musician than me, I now. I don't think that's what happened, probably.
Mr. Sholmes really is in poor spirits, isn't he?
Yep.
Well, anyway, I'll put it back where it lives. Shall I, Hurley?
Out of the cat's reach, if possible. Maybe we should access the damage. Let's see where's the violin. There it is. So this is the violin, is it? I think it lost string there. It's a Stradivarius, one of the finest violins in the world, made by the renowned Italian luthier Antonio Stradivari. Wait, it's a freaking Stradivarius? Oh boy. That shit's expensive if I'm not wrong. If I'm not wrong, these violins are very, very expensive, and they go for a lot of money as well. That is, oh boy. Oh, I see. It doesn't really look like anything special to me. I happened upon it covered in dust, languishing in a pawn shop down an nondescript back alley. The broker had no idea of its value, so I was able to purchase it for a mere 55 shillings. How honorable of you. And until today, it has been my faithful companion in every great Paganini-inspired performance I have made. I ask you, is there a reason to live in a world devoid of music? To tolerate this blanched existence? No. There is none. Jesus, overreaction much?
Mr. Sholmes.
What, dear madame? What? My thoughts are preoccupied with fancies of release from this dull routine.
Well, it's about the violin. It looks very different to normal, don't you think?
Hmm? What do you mean, Miss Susato?
Oh, Susie's right. Yes, the tone of the wood is completely different.
Oh yeah, it's like really old looking, like ridiculously, like too much on that department.
And that's not all. I'm sure there was no crack here before.
Wait, it's not even the right size, is it? What's this?
I'm terribly sorry to have to tell you this, Mr. Sholmes, but that instrument isn't a violin at all.
Oh, then what?
I believe it's an entirely different instrument called a viola.
Some research. I am not an expert on musical instruments, really. Huh. Okay, so it is technically part of a so by the looks of it, the difference is like viola from a violin. They're from the technical same family of instruments. But the viola is basically and it's very they're similar, but one gives a very different sound from the other. Where the viola is basically the middle ground between a violin and I don't know how to translate this to English. So we have violin is violino, viola is viola for us, and then we have a third one which is the violoncello. So that's like the other one, and the viola is basically the middle ground between the violin and the violoncello, somewhere in the where its tones are in the middle of those two. Don't ask me what those tones are, because I am not the music expert. I do not 100%. I do not have enough research knowledge for this. If someone in chat does know about the main difference, I would be glad to learn it now. Otherwise, well, you just have to go with the explanation I just gave you. But they are similar looking. That is the one thing. They are similar looking. What? What? And there we go.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes, are you alright?
You're right. You are quite right. This isn't my faithful Stradivarius. So what, pray, is this piece of stringed flotsam? Not your faithful performing partner, then.
I see. What must have happened?
You do, Iris?
This is just a simple mix-up.
Sounds like Iris might be able to tell us exactly what's happened if we ask her. Well, let's go ask Iris. Well, let's find out about this mix-up. What happened? What did you mean by a mix-up, Iris?
Well, you see, this viola was at Windy Banks until last week. At the pawnbroker's.
Not Mr. Shulm's beloved musical partner. I'm not sure. There is a proverb from the East, with which you are no doubt familiar, my dear fellows. Always let a beloved child travel. But
Yes, indeed.
so you sent your beloved violin to the pawnbrokers in the hope that it would experience personal growth.
Oh, what a wonderful idea.
It's a instrument. Last week I pawned my grand anal litoscope in order to release my precious instrument. But it would appear Mr. Winback mistakenly furnished me with this tawdry fiddle instead. But my ears cannot be deceived by the hollow timbre of this piece of timber. My God Almighty. No, but your every sense was deceived by the fact that it just had strings. MC got you there, Sherlock. Erlock Sholmes. Sure, a fine state of affairs this is. And why I always say, Mr. Naruhodo, never trust a pawnbroker. They will try to fiddle you every time.
But earlier you told us that you could think of a pawnbroker as an extremely secure vault.
That is very contradicted to what you said earlier, isn't it? Come, Mr. Naruhodo. Dilly-dallying will get you nowhere. Sorry? Crunching your toes with that bacon aspect. Pressing your coffee so obtusely. Are you not a little embarrassed by your own conduct? Consider the urgency with which we are faced.
We must visit Mr. Windyback's brokerly at once. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Sholmes?
Precisely, Mr. Sato. Without a moment's delay. But I haven't finished my bacon and eggs. And you don't do this to a person's breakfast. You let them finish their bacon and eggs. My dear fellow, surely you do not still intend to crunch your bacon with an increasingly bacon aspect, to thrust your egg even more obtusely. Alright, say no more. Let's go then. My God, I just want to eat my breakfast for fucking bunch of sakes.
Don't worry, Bruno. I'd be happy to eat it up for you again later.
Iris, you are the best. You're the best, girl. Absolutely precious. Oh, thank you, Iris. As it happens, I am rather curious to see what a British pawnbrokers looks like. Classic moment of running with a bread on the mouth. Yeah, he just puts the bread on the mouth and gotta get to school before it's too freaking late. Though in this case, I guess, to the pawnbroker. Still, well, let's get a move on. Oh, shit. I don't think he has anything to say, just wanted to check. So we could go to Baker Street, a bustling London street on which can be found Mr. Sholm's office and Windyback's pawnbrokery. There's a large park nearby too.
What a bustling place. Oh, London is such a fantastic city.
Or Windyback's pawnbrokery, a pawnbroker's shop on Baker Street. Mr. Sholm's is a regular, it seems.
A British pawnbroker's shop. How fascinating.
Yeah, let's go to Baker Street first, just for shits and giggles. Usually we have maybe a bit of cover. Wait, I can look. Oh, that's Sholm's home. So, and wow, it's really close. Holy shit. Look at all the different things in the window of the shop.
Ah, that's Windybank's, the pawnbroker.
It looks much smaller than the pawnbrokers in Japan, doesn't it?
Yes, you're right. I find pawn shops at home rather inapproachable, personally.
It reminds me of tearfully parting with my favorite fountain pen. I felt so miserable.
What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, Mr. Naruhodo.
Well, oh, I've invested thoroughly, though. That's me basically making a mistake, that's fine. Okay, let's go to the actual pawnbroker this time. Look, it gives me PTSD if I see the exclamation mark, leave me be. 15th April, Windyback's pawnbrokery. Ooh, that's nice. So this is a British pawnbrokery.
Oh my, there are all sorts of tools and contraptions in here that I've never laid eyes on before.
Susato-san, and that spark of wonder in your eyes. You can't wait to scour the shelves, can you? I get the impression you enjoy places like this?
Oh yes, I don't know why, but seeing such a lot of things I don't understand is a real thrill to me.
My dear fellows, let us not forget why we are here.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes.
We are calling on matters of business, not pleasure. And clearly Mr. Sholmes means business too, judging from the spark of fury in his eyes. Oh boy, how am I gonna do this one? Oh, Mr. Sholmes, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Did you hear that brazen welcome? Well, yes, we are potential customers after all. We are disgruntled customers, Mr. Naruhodo, and it's time to inform Mr. Windyback of our ire. Come, the fight is afoot. We're not fighting anyone. Well, might as well talk about violin. Naturally, you will recall this, which I retrieved from you some day ago. Yes. Second-rate fiddle is not my faithful instrument, Mr. Windybank. Color of the wood is different. It has holes in it. It's not even the same size.
A wonderful summary of our observations, Mr. Sholmes.
I'm so very sorry, sir. Oh, utterly unforgivable me. And an excuse me for a mistake or for a pawnbroker. There is only one way to make amends. Where is he going? Whoa there! Whoa, 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 whoa. Less of that, less of that. I shall have to take my own life. Less of this, please. Let's move on. I don't think that will be necessary, do you? Yeah. If I may just say one thing before I hop off. No? Yes? It was you, sir, Mr. Sholmes, who took it upon himself to remove the item the other day, I believe. Sorry? As I recall,
I entered the storeroom to fetch your violin when I heard... Ah, here it is. You did. And when I turned to controvert you, you had taken the viola and left, sir. However, there can be no doubt that the blame lies firmly at my own door for allowing you to leave. So I shall not grumble or grouse any longer. May this guilt die with me. No, no, no! Stop, my dear fellow. The fault is mine. Holy shit. That was an interaction and a half. Oh. Whew. Whew. It would appear that the fight is over. And I think we know who got knocked out. I do humbly apologize, Mr. Windybank. Evidently my questionable disposition precipitated this tragedy. Well, you wouldn't be Mr. Erlock Sholmes without that. Questionable disposition now. Aha, I do believe you may be right, sir. It's either a laugh or a cry, I suppose. You are, it must be said, one of my more challenging customers. I need to remind you of the peculiar collection of items you've brought through my door in the past. How? Peculiar items? In the extreme, ma'am. For example, the unpublished manuscript of an eponymous work, the novels of Erlock Sholmes or some such. Oh my! A new full-fledged novel? An unpublished? A story I have yet to read, you mean? Oh, forgive me. Wait. Wait, before you die, you must tell me more. Oh boy. Fine for Susato. I must know more. Tell me everything. Whoa, Susato-san is really fired up now. You can say that again. God damn. She's going down. Is there really an unpublished story under this very roof? Well, one day the gentleman here brought in an old metal chest, you see. I should like to entrust this to your care for a while, Mr. Windybank. For a chest like that, 1 shilling, sir. Not a farthing more. It houses something of very great value indeed. The latest manuscript recounting the adventures of one Mr. Erlock Sholmes. I beg your pardon? A manuscript? You wish to deposit a manuscript? Indeed I do, for I am comfortably quite safe here. Jesus Christ. And that was that. As such, Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom. Erlock! What the fuck? Man, you probably could have gotten the money from just selling the book later. Why is the manuscript here at the pawnbrokery shop? Erlock! Good call, taking some potatoes, also clean them, but I'm fully here. Well, welcome back and welcome to here now. We're just questioning Erlock Sholmes' history of pawnbrokery at this point in time. Very much so at the point. Mr. Sholmes, is that really true? Do I sense that someone doesn't want to talk about this? I continue to pay your fee, do I not? Then kindly continue to store my belongings securely. Of course, sir. Of course. They're safe and sound with me, I assure you. On my life. It's all very strange. Say that again. Pawnbrokery. I wonder, could I ask the suicidal British person, are you sure about the rate we're going? I wonder, could I ask you something? Ah, a gentleman from the east, I see. Yes, that sable suit. I suppose I could offer you 6 pence for it. Without wishing to offend, the tone is somewhat dull. You know, if I was rich, I want... Yeah, okay, you're probably going too far there. I'm not even gonna finish the sentence you said yourself there. Like, you might be going a little far there. Not just a little, quite. But still. Don't take things personally for him, people. It's like, if you are actual British, don't take things personally from Raffaello. We all say stupid we all say stuff that we regret very fast. At some ridiculous point in time. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyways, moving on. Oh, my bad. No can save you. I'm sorry. I am not part of your country. I can't really save you there, buddy. My bad. Good luck. Sorry? But for your splendid attire, ma'am. 5 guineas. No less. Colors are exquisite. The design exotic. Eastern artistry at its finest, may I say. Oh my. 5 guineas, you say? How interesting. Why do I feel as though I've suffered some sort of defeat here? Actually, I was hoping to ask you about your business. I've heard it said that pawnbrokeries are used rather like banks here in London. Yes, sir, indeed. Many of the customers utilize the establishment as you describe. I purchase their items and offer them a proportionate loan and 2 months of secure stowage. If in that time they repay the original sum to me plus the agreed interest, their items are aptly returned. Did you see Strange Fake episode 1 already? Not yet. I have not had the time, buddy. I did not have time yesterday, and today I've been doing the stream. So no, I have not yet. So I'm gonna probably watch it after this. Very high chance I'm just gonna watch it after the stream. It's up on the side we watch GameK today. Probably gonna watch it later. Oh, okay, then I might actually pop on Discord and we can watch it together then if you want. And anyone else that wants to join on that department. But what happens if they don't pay you the money? Then the items are offered for sale in my shop, as you can see on the shelves behind me. So you never sell items before the 2 months has passed then? Sounds like fun. Nice. That's right, ma'am. That's right. Which means some considerable responsibility rests on my shoulders. Should the customer's precious belongings be lost, the only recompense is for me to end it all. Please stop. The very idea, Mr. Windbank, is an absurdity. One should never talk of one's demise so casually. Says the man who was telling us all it was a good day to die only this morning. Yep, he did say that. And let us not forget that I have already helped you take measures to ensure such tragedy never occurs. Oh, what sort of measures? I engineered a simple device which Mr. Windybank has installed here in the shop. I call it the red-handed recorder. Wait, what? The red-handed recorder. Okay. Is that not so, Mr. Windybank? What was that dipsig about? Sigh about? Red-handed recorder. What on earth is a red-handed recorder? Use your eyes, my dear fellow. There are two just below the ceiling. So, anyone dead yet? Not yet. This is very much before the stuff has happened. I can see what appears to be a camera attached to some sort of timing device. Am I blind to this camera? Oh, it's on the ground? I don't know anymore. Very astute. It is indeed a camera, furnished with some hundreds pieces of celluloid film. Never mind, it's a book. Yeah, I'm like, even I'm trying to find it, but I cannot see it. I'm blind. And every 30 minutes precisely, the camera automatically records the appearance of the shop. Oh. Here, I have an example I can show you. Oh. Oh yes, a print from the camera is set to record the activity at the shop counter. I developed a special type of film so sensitive, produces a crystal clear image even in darkness. Really? That's extraordinary. Yes, you can clearly see the counter and the door behind it. Look. So you see, were someone to enter the premises with ill intent, his identity would be summarily exposed. Summarily exposed. But did you not say that the photograph pics were taken at 30-minute intervals? Indeed, as you say, my dear madame. Then what if the incident were to occur in between those times? Did you see 8th anniversary? Like, Star Banner gonna go and just all servants will be in the generic pool. Wait, what? Wait, seriously? Yes! Oh my god, that's great! Starry Banner's going? Oh. Sad. You don't have to keep getting... God damn it. Boo. I'm kind of pissed now over you, buddy. You don't do this to one. You don't do this to a person, god damn it. Like, me praying to God, maybe the 3 stars, 4 stars and shit would become now, you know, become part of the generic pool. You just want quests, yes, and I want more copies of Canas. Wait, if you want quests, can't you just grab it on your JP account, I'm guessing? JP account, forgot about that. Right. Well, they could maybe give you maybe they'll give a 5-star ticket again, and you can grab quests this time around. Maybe that? I mean, what else can I got? Got Artoria, Shugan, Mordred on JP. Ah, fair enough. If you want quests, you could just wait for a 5-star ticket. Hopefully this anniversary and, like, grab it her then. I think that's the best option you got going about it. And yeah, Mordred. But you couldn't have guessed the buff anyways, so... I don't know, yeah, it depends if I get Koya. Fair enough. Then what if the incident were to occur in between times? One could only say, that would be a cruel twist of fate. Wouldn't it be harder for it to be caught instead? I must confess, your devices have been giving me some cause for distress of late. I beg your pardon, Mr. Winnipeg? Surely they are anything but distressing. Reassuring is the word. It's the cost of the film, sir. You most graciously placed not 1, but 2 cameras in my shop after all. Which means I must pay for nigh on 100 utterly useless prints every single day. I'm afraid the cost of the film will break me before I'm very much older. Yeesh. Nevertheless, small price to pay to ensure the safety of my preferred pawnbrokery, no? My dear fellows, we verge on an age where safety and security come at a price. Oh, heaven help us. Oh, heaven help us. Now then, Mr. Sholmes, allow me to return your precious violin. Okay, there we go. Oh, the very thing. Thank you, Mr. Winbank.
This is elementary. Oh my god. Okay, you get one joke. You get one Sherlock Holmes joke. Perhaps this might mark the end of the peculiar arms you tried to pop. Because if anything were to happen to one of them, this would be the only answer. We get alter ego Sherlock this anime. Who knows? We don't know. Maybe you get goddamn, you know, certain Olga Marie. Anyways, we don't know yet. I really think you ought to stop waving that gun around. Someone could get hurt. Maybe Kamazots, that would also be a cool addition. We are not. Sorry? Any quiz? Nah. Even I'm not that. Even I'm not gonna believe that one. I went full Porky Pig there. Imagine if the murder in this case was him actually shooting and just killing someone on accident. Jesus. I've only loaded a single bullet, so no one but myself could possibly be armed. That's not really what I meant.
Good day to you then, Mr. Winbank. It's been a pleasure as always, Mr. Sholmes. So, Mr. Naruto. Now we can explore at last.
Yep. Fair enough. Let's see what we can find. I mean,
look at this. What could this lovely big shiny box be? That, my dear madame, is a music box. Surely you have such things in your own country.
Windy Bank, oh god, even I can keep up with sensitive jokes at the rate you're going. Yeah, exactly, I know, right? Look, just deal with it. This is journey. Names were always gonna be this way.
Oh my. Yes, but I've certainly never seen one so large before. Shall we listen a while?
Oh, that would be nice.
Ah, what a sublime sound. It's like the music of angels.
I've never heard anything like it before in my life.
This particular specimen is of the larger variety, commonly found in public houses and restaurants. There is a metal disc inside on which the notes to be played are recorded. Simply by replacing the disc with another, any music you care to imagine can be played. My goodness, what a simply delightful machine. Indeed, though their popularity has waned recently with the development of the gramophone, of course. Science and technology advance at such an overwhelmingly pace.
You can say that again these days. It's actually ridiculous how fast we're going with technology these days. It is very fast in development. Jesus. Anyways. Let's see what's on the counter, maybe. Ooh.
Look at that enormous ledger on the counter there. Mr. Windenbeck is, if nothing else, very particular about recording the items he accepts.
There's a magnetic flying bat that costs like 1.5 mil. Even I'm not gonna... Who knows? I don't know. Technology is advancing quick in our world. And I'm not even gonna say yes or no because you've already tricked me once today. I'm good. He'd have to be, otherwise he'd get himself into all sorts of trouble. Which might explain the thing that catches my eye far more than the ledger. Scars run deep. Oh yes, they do. I'm not forgetting this one, Daddy. That soon. You don't trick me with me having the chance of possibly getting Gilderay to level 120, and then think I'm not gonna be annoyed with it. Anyways, this revolver here.
Do not entertain even a single thought of pilfering an article, my dear fellow. I assure you, Mr. Wingback would not hesitate to draw that weapon with a speed bellying his portly size.
Oh, you don't mean it.
Blow his brains out? Indeed, in recompense for his blunder.
Oh my. But in any case, of course we would never do such a thing. How could you even suggest it?
Obviously not. Let's... Oh well, check mark, check mark. Check mark. Well, I guess there.
What an assortment of things there are on those shelves here. Crockery, footwear, clocks and watches. Almost anything you care to imagine.
Those are forfeited items, offered for sale by the pawnbroker.
What does that really mean, though?
When you pawn, or colloquially pop an item, the broker loans you money against its worth. He stores the item for an agreed period of time, after which the loan must be repaid. If not, he is free to display it in a shop for sale, at a price of his choosing.
Ah, yes. Now you've explained it. I'm noticing little price tags on everything.
Of course, simply by paying the agreed interest on the loan, one can extend the period of safekeeping. So you may pawn that black art was yours without fear, my dear fellow.
Okay, but what's the tax, Sholmes? We don't... Yeah, I'd imagine he did say was... I think Windy Bank at one point during the conversation said that the tax is the loan, the cost of the loan, plus... It was... I'm forgetting the name now of the thing. It was the cost of the loan, plus... brain cells... Oh my god. I don't know. I forget now. Brain cell don't remember now. It was the price of the loan. Plus some kind of like... what's the name of the word? What's the word for like... You have to pay extra because of like... It's... plus my anti-savings. Yeah, sure. Not exactly that. It's not the word. But that... It's like... forgot. Okay, fuck it. Moving on. My treasured university uniform? Never. It embodies my student spirit. Well. There's another thing here, it seems. Now, what do you suppose this rather enormous machine does? It seems to have two little windows for looking through.
Allow me to enlighten you, my dear fellows. What you are looking at is a stereoscope.
A stereos... Fascinating.
It is aptly named, I assure you. Look through the eyepieces and see for yourself.
Oh, I should be delighted to. Excuse me a moment while I just have a look.
Just before you do, there is something I should point out. My dear fellows, in order to see the image properly, stereoscopically as it were, you will need to be cross-eyed. However, if that is beyond you, it is of little consequence today.
Alright then, I'm going to try it. Ah! Mr. Naruto, you must see. At once!
Oh, alright then. So, I need to be cross-eyed, like I'm trying to look at my own nose. Like this. Oh! Isn't that one of the jurors? I think I remember, isn't that one of the jurors we saw during one of the cases? Specifically, we saw that during the case 3. The one with the guy who I gave the Irish accent. That I was having a blast with. And then died in the carriage after the case. Damn it. God damn it. I was having fun with that one. I remember that one very vividly. That was a really good case, by the way. That was a really fun case. I remember that. It was great. What the? I don't believe it. Yep. It's just a photographic print, but it seems like you could reach out and touch it. Yes, the sense of depth is startling, is it not? Telescopes are one of London's many fads. They are often found in little stalls in the park. People queue for hours to see them. Why? Why are people meddling with such black magic? It is no magic, my dear madame. It is, well, far too complicated to explain at present. We shall save this lesson for another day. You just don't know, do you? Oh. Okay. Check out the thing on the floor I've been curious about. Look at this. Whatever could it be used for? I have no idea. Ah. There's a small catch just here. Look. Where? We're going to open it, aren't we? Oh my, that's amazing. It has some sort of spring-loaded mechanism, which we'll never manage to put back to the way it was before. What are you two doing? What? Us? Nothing. No, nothing at all. Whatever the device is, it seems to have a pair of little windows to look through. I feel as though I've seen something rather similar to this elsewhere. We have? That's not a calendar you could easily miss, is it? 15th April, today's date. Yep, yeah, it's a calendar. Yes, that's not for sale, I must point out. It is an Eastern-style page-a-day calendar. Every night at midnight, I tear off the front page to reveal the following day's date. The perfect calendar for a tearaway fellow such as yourself, Mr. Windybank. And who was it walked out of here with the wrong violin before? Yep. Well, the agreed storage period has passed without repayment. Articles are forfeited, you see. So I have to keep a close eye on the date. It's something of a pawnbroker's obsession, you might say. Oh yes, I can see you're very dedicated to your job. Well, I have no idea who's talking, so I'm just going for it. What? Only 2 pence for it? That ain't fair, and you know it. The article is barely worth a penny, miss. Oh. This is probably the broker. The article is barely worth a penny, miss. I cannot offer more. I guess. Sounds like there's an argument brewing over by the counter. Come on, that can't be right. Have you even had a proper butcher's at it? I've seen all I need to Young girl. Oh, I have a feeling I know what this is. I've seen all I need to see, young girl. Yep, I had a feeling. Wait, don't we know? I'm sure I recognize your... Yep. Oh, yes, it's the young lady from the McGilded trial 2 months ago. I am fucked. Ooh, I get to do it again. Her name is... let's see if I still remember how to do it. Her name is Gina Lestrade. Oh, fuck, I forgot how to do that. Her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord. She's a chancer. Earns across among large crowds, leaving people of their purses. What's commonly known, commonly called a pickpocket. There we go, I did it. Kinda Irish. Fake Irish, let's be fair, fake Irish. I'm not even gonna die. God. Oh my god. This very much is the British one. I can't do a British accent for shit, though. That's the issue. Where's Shiro when you need him?
He's the actual person, the British. He's the actual person who's British here.
Gordon Bennett, you lot. Hello, Miss Lestrade. I hope you've been well.
Eh?
Eh?
British, exactly.
Eh? What? You remember me then, do ya?
Well, I remember being completely surrounded by smoke, that's for sure. Also, Iberian, welcome Iberian. How you doing, man?
So, what are you doing in here? In here? Down and out, like the rest of us. Nothing to eat? Come to pop that black weasel, sorry, coat, have ya?
What is it about this black uniform that makes everyone comment on it? You can say that again.
Oh, good day. Unless I'm much mistaken. You would be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher. Ah, Mr. Sholmes.
I will try my best, chat. I am trying my best here.
So, you have something of value to pawn, do you? Allow me to see the article, and I shall negotiate with Mr. Windybank on your behalf. Pull the other one. Pull the other one. I don't need no help from some stuck-up D. Get out of my business. Go on, or I'll make trouble for ya. As you wish, Miss Lestrade. I will remove myself from your presence. He's really done it. He's gone. I'm sorry, but as I said, there really is no room for negotiation here.
What is that thing he has in his hand? Some kind of metal disc?
And you, go on, leave me alone. Oh, Miss Lestrade, just pretend we aren't here. We shan't be offended in the slightest.
Satsun can really stand her ground when she wants to. You can say that again. Holy fucking shit.
Whatever. Whatever.
Well, we might as well ask about this whole fucking shenanigan. Pawnbroker's customer. Somehow, I didn't really think you were the sort of person who'd use a pawnbroker, Miss Lestrade.
Yeah, well, I am, alright. I'm a Londoner, just like everyone else. That a problem, is it?
No, not at all. My bad. It's just that, well...
Oh, I get it. Oh, I get it. I know what you're thinking. That thing probably don't even belong to her. Probably got it on the dive, didn't she? Yeah, I could see it written all over your Chevy Chase.
Great Strange Thing will receive an anime adaptation. Yeah, he's already told me about it, but as well. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it after I'm done with the stream. The first episode, at least. Yeah, I'm so fucking excited for that shit. Well, I might have been thinking something along those lines.
You're not going to deny it, Mr. Naruhodo.
That one is a special episode. Well, oh, it is a special episode. Okay, so it's not the actual first episode yet. Well, still gonna watch it. Could be fun. Might as well. Alright then, I'm just going to come out and ask you straight. 55 minutes kick. You'll receive a Real Anime Season 2. I'm downloading it. Nice. You pawn things that you steal from other people.
Well, I don't know how best to answer that, really. Suppose, sometimes. Sometimes. You're not going to deny it either, Miss Lestrade. But not this time, alright? I swear, that thing belongs to me.
The disc that Mr. Windybank is holding. Perhaps we should see what he has to say about all this. Probably a good idea. Okay, it's actually not that bad now that I do her voice again. It's actually not that terrible. I thought I would be in trouble, and it's not good, but it's not the worst I could have come up with, I'd say. I could have done worse. I could have worse. Miss Lestrade's disc.
Mr. Windybank, what exactly is this metal disc that Miss Lestrade has brought in? It seems to have hundreds of tiny little bumps on its surface.
Ah, this is a music disc, you see. Or is inside a music box. In a music box? Like the one over there.
What? 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 You don't even know what the music box is? You isn't nothing too savvy, hey?
I know what a music box is. I've just never seen one of these discs before. The small protrusions on the metal disc encode the tune to be played by the music box. You simply insert the disc and set the machine going, and beautiful music plays.
It's so incredible. Tell us, what tune is on this disc?
Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that. There are so many different types of music box, you see? British made, German, Swiss. I have no way of knowing which particular machine this disc was made for. Ah, I see. So because it's kind of like... It also probably undervalues it, because there is no guarantee this disc will work for everything. He'd have to find a way to, you know, be able to figure out if this disc is used for like a British one, a Swiss one, or a German one, or whatever type of music box it is. Makes sense. It's a big, like... And we don't even know if it's one of the music is good either. And that's it in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customers for an item like this, even if the young lady forfeited it. Really, I'm already offering more than I should at a penny.
That's a packet of lies. He told me he did. He said it was, well...
He? Whom?
Never you mind. It just ain't right, that's all. That disc's worth good money. I know it is.
Well then, you'll have to try your luck. You'll have to try your luck at another pawnbroker's, won't you? Won't you?
Ah.
Gino Lestrade. He's been in before, of course. This little tatterdemalion. Tatterdemalion? Okay, I'm actually gonna research that word. Is that an actual word? Oh, okay. It's a person dressed in ragged clothing. Okay. Gotcha. I see. And brought some dubious article or other with her every single time, I might add.
Dubious? Dubious? What are you trying to say? I'm an honest customer, me.
So, is there something dubious about the disc she brought in today? Well, if only it were that simple. Sorry? What do you mean? What she actually brought in was a storage ticket.
Ah, a storage ticket, so... Mr. Stein has actually come to redeem an article from you today, is that right?
The dubious little storage ticket, yep.
Yeah, that's right. A girl like me has a lot of stuff what needs storing.
Alright, yes, that's definitely dubious. That article in question would have been forwarded at midnight tonight. Then as she gave me the ticket for it, and repaid both the loan and the interest, I was obliged to return the article to her.
But what was the article? Do tell us, Mr. Windybank.
The little scamp is wearing it, ma'am. It's the overcoat that she redeemed. Oh yeah, she didn't have the coat before. Oh.
What? What? What's wrong with that? It fits, don't it? I mean, it's mine, so of course it does. So, what about the disc then? How does that come into all this? That discusses something else. A new article to pawn if the girl and I can agree a price. Okay, so she came to get that back and she paid for it. And now she wants to pawn the other things to get some money. Okay. Interesting. New article to pawn. I'm confused. I thought you said that Mr. Straub brought in a storage ticket today. It's really quite simple. Yes, the child brought me a storage ticket, and the money owed on it, as you say. For this heavy black coat, which she returned to her care as I'd understood it. That's right, yes. And rather unsurprisingly, as soon as the little ragamuffin put the thing on, she went rifling through the pockets. Oh, you mean... What? Don't you know it's rude to stare at a lady? Ah, I see. So it came from the pocket of the overcoat, did it? If you mean this disc, then yes, exactly, ma'am. And she immediately tried to pawn it. For quite a high price as well. This is all rather suspicious, I think. Give it up. I'm just trying to pawn something like anyone else would. Mr. Strahd, may I ask who deposited the overcoat here in the first place? Well, me. It doesn't really appear to be your size. Me, old man. It's me, old man. Me, old man. It's me, old man's, ain't it? Is it Miss Lestrade? Is it Miss Lestrade? Yes, this is definitely all rather suspicious. Some shenanigans going on here, and I could smell it from a mile away. Oh, out of my way, please. I'm not really sure who's saying that, but... Oh! Oh boy. Who's this picture postcard English gentleman? Damn, someone's dressed to impress, I guess. Good day to you, ladies, gentlemen. The Rizzler. What's your problem, huh? What's your problem, huh? There is no problem, as long as you remove yourself. I have a matter to discuss with the proprietor. And if you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl, for the hiding you deserve. Look, ain't it obvious? I ain't done talking with him yet. If you think you're such a gent, you should know how to wait in line. Well, you are an impudent little brat, aren't you? As well as a pickpocket. Eh? Who are you? How do you know who I am? The question is, how do you not know who I am? Maybe he's our father? Doesn't seem like it. They look similar. Who knows at this point? You haven't the courtesy even to remember the faces of your victims, it seems. What? You mean from you? Broker. Yes, sir. I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no? Yes, the article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once. Oh my. Now that's a lie. What are you trying to pull? Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel. And needless to say, any music box discs too. What is this, a JoJo character? Like, why? Why the pose? Where are we? We were going full JoJo mode. Now we just like start the Pillar Man song, like out of nowhere, just goes off. Like the moment this guy appears, like, yeah, and then
starts just going off while this guy poses. Van Zinks has been a JoJo character since minute 1. You know what? Touche. You know what? Touche. Fair enough. I can't really argue that one now, can I? Still, though, a lot of JoJo references to this game.
No. You can't have it. You just can't. It's me old man's. Or it was. Now it's mine. Goodness, Mr. Naruhodo. This is a very awkward situation.
Yes. I think perhaps we should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail. Does she have more stuff to say? The gentleman's accusation.
Miss Lestrade, is what the gentleman is saying... What do you think? It all lies in it? Obviously. I swear on my life, I ain't never laid eyes on that dandy before.
Let's hear it now, you little ragamuffin. Stole it, didn't you? That ticket you brought in here just now.
No, I swear it. I swear to God.
It was barely an hour. I was walking along the street, minding my own business. And this little gutterling ran into me. I knew at once when it happened. I've been robbed yet again. I thought to myself, those wretched pickpockets.
Yet again?
Oh yes, as you can see, I am a man of impeccable style. This isn't the first time that I've been targeted by these back slum scoundrels.
God damn it again.
No, relinquish my overlord.
Come along now, Miss Lestrade. Give the good gentleman his coat back. We're going to cause trouble. I shall have no choice but to call the police. Hold on, why does everyone think it's me? Just look at this dandy cove. And you think I'm the dodgy one?
Sorry, no one's going to believe me.
Well, what about the evidence? Yeah. Where's the other evidence that I've stolen something, huh? Come on, let's see it.
Oh, I have evidence, naturally.
You what? You what?
Well, let's see what this evidence is.
Evidence that the article Miss Lestrade redeemed actually belongs to this gentleman. Of course, we need only consult Mr. Windybank's legend to know the truth. We'll be able to look up the name of the person who deposited the article in the first place.
Yes! Brilliant! I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Oh.
I never ask customers' names. That's a strict policy of mine. Kind of an idiotic one. But why not? Well now, as you can imagine, some of my customers have circumstances to consider. Where many of them prefer to maintain their anonymity. Oh, fair.
Yes, I see. But then, how can you know if an article belongs to the person asking to redeem it?
Oh, it's quite simple.
Good sir.
Might I trouble you for the watchword associated with the article in question? Of course. It's... Professor. Yes, that's right. And all the evidence we need. This gentleman is the rightful owner of the article, without doubt. A watchword? Interesting. Let's see what about this thing. So, about these watchwords, Mr. Windybank. As I just explained, I never ask customers' names when they deposit items with me. There are many reasons why certain customers would like to keep their activities secret. Airlock Sholmes, what the hell are you doing there? Sholmes! Oh man! Buddy! Hello! Hi! That wasn't exactly a subtle glance at Mr. Sholmes now, was it? Great detectives have no dark secrets. None at all. Yes, well, anyway, that's why I always ask for a watchword whenever I accept a new article. In many ways, it's like the secret combination of numbers used to unlock a vault. The date of deposit, a description, and a watchword uniquely identify each item. And of course, then I give the storage ticket to the customer. When someone comes to redeem something, I ask for the ticket and the watchword. And if that someone tells you the correct watchword, you return the article. That's right, sir. Yes. Just as soon as the request be paid. So wait, then she has to have given the watchword herself to him as well. So, what's going on here? How does she know the watchword is the better question then. Like, if supposedly this other man is telling the truth, right? How does she know the watchword? That would make no sense. Like, you can steal the goddamn ticket, but I imagine the watchword was never written. It's probably something that was spoken and told, right? So how does she know the word? The watchword for this ticket? Or for the item in this case. Well, guess we're gonna have to keep going and see for ourselves, chat. Ugh. And I have supplied you with the information you require. For the avoidance of doubt, the arrow in question is an overcoat, posited 2 months ago on 15 February, with a watchword of Professor. All perfectly correct information, sir. But how? Really? This is beyond the joke now. There is no further room for doubt. Can we examine something? Oh, we can talk with him. Okay, makes sense. Picture postcard gentleman. Excuse me, but who are you? That is a good question. One would expect the inquirer to introduce himself first. Though clearly you are not British, so perhaps our ways are foreign. Oh, sorry. Yes, we're from the Empire of Japan. We're studying here. Oh yes, Japan. I've heard talk of the place. Oh, What the fuck was that? Why did he just... Oh, he's talking about Ryunosuke right now, if you're wondering. That's not why I'm shocked. I'm more shocked about what the fucking... whatever the fuck he did to say this. It's an evidence live on some fiery, brown-colored soup, dressed up with exotic spices. Sorry about Japanese people, by the way, if you're wondering. You might be thinking of somewhere else. And what was that theatrical gesticulation about? That's what I'm asking about as well, but Ryunosuke, believe me, I'm in the same ballpark there. Perhaps. Anyway, if you are a gentleman, sir, you offer your own name first, before inquiring after the name of another. Of course, yes. I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a lawyer. Well, a student of law, really. My name is Susato Mikotoba. I am Mr. Naruhodo's assistant. I see. My name is Benedict. Yes, Egbert Benedict.
That is probably one of the most on the fucking nose names I have heard in ages. My god, they weren't even trying. Come on. Usually there are references to really stupid shit in like naming in Ace Attorney, but my god. At least try to be decently subtle about this. Like Eggert Benedict, like Eggs Benedict. Come on! Please! For the Lord above! Ah. My god. Enchanté. Enchanté. So refined in how he holds himself and how he speaks. That name is suspicious. I freaking hope it's a fake name because god, I'm dying here. No. No. To the matter at hand. My overcoat. Turn it at once. To someone with the style to carry it off. Out of this. Every movie mix, every breathitex, I can stand watching him. Don't worry, even I'm losing my brain cells right now. You. So let it so let it be an end to the matter. And thank you for your custom, Mr. Eggert Benedict, sir. He's not rocking it. He really ain't. God, kill me right now. Which of such reasonable rates of interest, I may even decide to come back. I may even decide to come back. This is why I hate grown-ups. Just because I'm a diver, everyone thinks that makes me a liar. With the contents of the coat, pockets if you please, bro. But of course, sir, it is the disc for you. Just this one. Pardon, sir? I was expecting another. That is, I deposited another. Another disc? Is the reason for the more I say now, it's too obvious. At the rate we're going, it probably will be. Oh, oh dear. But I get it to inform you, sir. What was deposited with me was merely the overcoat. The disc happened to be in one of the pockets, but I was completely unaware of it until now. At the rate we're going, it probably is. So, Goto, you're hiding more of what's rightfully mine, are you? Says who, huh? I don't know nothing about it. Very well. Very well. Then I shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye to style. Wait a minute. That disc is mine. Oh, what do you think you're doing, you little tramp? You've drawn blood, you filthy animal. Oh my, yes, there's blood on the disc. It's because of all those sharp little bumps. The man must have scratched his fingers on them. I found it first, alright? I mean, it belonged to me, old man. So you're not having it. Oh, you take it. Me? If I ain't got it, they'll have it off of me again. So you keep hold of it. Miss Lestrade, why is this so important to her? Well, we get evidence, quote unquote. Now it's starting to get fun. Now it's starting to get interesting. You there, in the black liver. Hand the disc to me at once, please. No, don't. He's lying. Grown-ups are all liars. What do I do now? How am I going to resolve this? Well, shit. Wait. Wait a second. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes, what are you examining with such keen interest there? As you enjoy a bar of as you enjoy a bar of caramel, I see. Kill both and dispose of them. Oh boy. Nope, we're not doing that. We're a lawyer, not a murderer. Oh. So, you found me at last, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry? After that young pickpocket sent me on my way, I was forced to lurk in the shadows. Cruelly ostracized as the rest of you partook in the jovial atmosphere of fellowship. My God almighty. I had nothing to occupy my mind, and was too ashamed to let society see what my downfall had done to me. So, feigning mock interest, I pretended to examine the tedious trinkets in this desolate place. Whilst, as he shrewdly observed, gnawing on the only friend I have left, 7% solution of caramel. Pray, do you claim to understand the depths of my despair, Mr. Naruto? But how could you? I was so lonely, so desperately lonely. Then, why on earth didn't you rejoin the conversation? Things have gone from bad to worse here, you know. Yes, I overheard much of your conversation. Or rather, in my craving for human contact, my ears devoured every word that was uttered. You really were sad, weren't you? I love our Sholmes. Poor Mr. Sholmes, I feel simply awful for you. It would seem that my inferences are correct. Not interferences, inferences. Oh, surely you're not about to tell us that you've solved the entire case once again. My dear madame, sometimes I wonder, were my genius for deduction to be commoditized? How much could I pawn it for? Seems Mr. Sholmes has had another of his flashes of inspiration. But who knows if it will help resolve the situation between Lestrade and the mysterious gentleman. What's the right thing to do here? Well, might as well! Listen to the deduction, let's go! Because these are always fun. Yeah, I love these! Come on! Well, Miss Lestrade, it would appear you find yourself in something of a predicament. Where the blue blaze have you been, huh? Pardon? When a lady's in trouble, a true gent's supposed to be there to help. Straight away, not an hour later. Harsh. Oh my god, I love it. I love Sherlock Sholmes is so good in this. And who, pray tell, are you? Mr. Eggert Benedict, you have in my eyes a veritably encyclopedic array of curiosities about your person. Nevertheless, there are two immovable conclusions I have drawn. I beg your pardon. The first is this. The true reason for your visit to this pawnbrokery today is something you have not yet revealed. And the second is this. Considerable crime is in contemplation. One you will orchestrate with intent to steal a vast sum of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, what say you to my deductions? Oh. He's turned as white as a hard-boiled egg. Oh boy. It would seem that once again, Mr. Sholmes has made a flawless deduction. Calm down, we haven't got to the bit part. Just who do you think you are, sir? Ah yes, I had hoped. That is precisely the plain expression I was looking for. So, shall we begin? The time has come for yet another Sherlock Sholmes Logic and reasoning spectacular. I love these. The great deduction. The game is afoot. Topic 1. Mystery men's aim. First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured to this brokery today. You claim to have followed this pickpocket here, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. That is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is a staff recruitment flyer. Piece of paper in your hand is a staff wanted advertised. God. What the shit was that? 1 second, chat. Something happened. Hello, whoever just messaged me? Someone messaged me on Twitch? Like, I got it at low out of nowhere out of my phone. I'm not sure if that was... 1 second, chat. Is that a DM? Oh yes, it was. Well, hello to you too, wherever you are that just DM'd me. Welcome to the channel. I was not expecting a DM, but fair enough. The piece of paper in your hand is a staff wanted advertisement from this very shop. Yet even the most unobservant would soon realize that a man of your appearance has no need of such employ. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. Oh. The cane which you unwittingly clutch to your person exhibits an uncontrovertible contradiction. What other rot? I've had this cane for years. The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the missing ferrule. Wait, what? The end of any walking cane would be terminated with a metal ferrule to protect the wooden tip. And yet, detailed analysis shows the wooden tip of the stick to be utterly bare. Well, no shit. Therefore, there is only one conclusion. A rod that you hold in your hand, which appears to be a walking cane, is in fact no cane at all. Oh, what was that? You heard the rip, chat? I think you heard the rip, chat. That was something there. You recoil, sir. Something wrong. I. Trying to figure out a voice for him yet. And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer to the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. From the moment I saw it, my suspicions were aroused. What walking cane demands such a stout handle, mused I. But of course, as I said, this is no walking cane. No, that rod. That is a broken handle of a shovel. What? Are you insane? And now, having determined this undeniable truth, the conclusion is clear. Your true motive for coming here was to take employment as an establishment in order to excavate the ground beneath the premises. Okay, I know that his first deduction is supposed to be absolutely ridiculous, but... Huh? Okay, let's just keep going. What a calculated crime you have conceived, sir. A wickedly calculated crime. Tunnel underneath the pawnbrokery. Topic 2. Great crime. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. For we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, intend to excavate the ground beneath this pawnbroker with a broken shovel. What on earth do you propose I could expect to find there? Oh my god, stop, please. Some long-forgotten treasure, I suppose. Save for such a fanciful theory, what possible reason could I have to do as you say? Oh, but there is ample reason. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Ah, and your furtive plans is more daring than I could have hoped. What? Let us consider what would motivate a man to infiltrate a shop such as this and covertly dig beneath its floor. The answer is revealed by the council notice on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. And again he made a mistake. This letter gives notice of public works to be carried out in the local area. And according to the enclosed plan on the upcoming sewerage works. But if this shop runs a sewer, then it joins another, one that runs under the bank on the opposite side of the road. This madness has entered the sewers now, has it? My god, even I feel like this freaking... Even I'm going mental with the logic this time. By excavating the ground beneath our feet, you would gain access to the waterway. That flows in very close proximity to the great vault of the financial institution opposite. What are you? In summary, sir, you devised a master plan to pull off an elaborate bank robbery by dint of the underground tunnels. Oh my god. Yeah, I know, right? You're so right, Mr. Shaw, I know, right? Like... It's like... I think it's over, he's gone completely mental. Yeah, I agree, Raphael, I agree completely at this point. Master plan? Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this Lurite scheme. With what plunder did the thief hope to take off from the underground vault of the bank? Are you quite serious? Money? I don't know, probably. That's right, at this point, the logic might as well go that route. Having consulted with Scotland Yard some days ago, I happen to know the answer. But naturally, the answer is no secret to you, is it, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know. A postcard of the Great Exhibition. I'm afraid you've quite lost me. Currently in the final stages of preparation, the Great Exhibition will soon be underway. And the government has provided extra funds to complete its centerpiece, the Crystal Tower. The Crystal Tower. Just a second, chat. And the government has provided funds that currently sit in the vault of the bank on the other side of this road. Pardon? Just no, yeah. Yes, the considerable crime you have been contemplating. God, this makes no sense in general. Is the theft of that which sits in the vault of that bank. The special reserve funds for the great exhibition. Of course, that is the top secret police information, so keep it under your hat, please. Still the great exhibition's reserve funds. Yep. Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of this pawnbroking puzzle. Mr. Sholmes. Well, Mr. Naruto. Okay, chat, you're gonna have to give me like 2 or 3 minutes real quick. I have to go to the bathroom because I cannot hold myself any longer. I'll be right back, okay, chat? I really need to go to the bathroom. I'll be back in 3 to 4 minutes, probably. It's bad. Be right back, chat.
Go to the bathroom. I was in need of that one. Whew. Yeah, let me just answer a message real quick, chat, and we can keep going real quick. Just gotta answer this one message. What? Well, Mr. Naruhodo, an impressively upbeat deduction for a detective racked with lowness, would you not agree? Give me a second, chat. One more. Might have to. Was it true what you said about the bank over the road and what it has in its vault? Indeed, both you know of its existence. It is one of the government's most closely guarded secrets. Gregson told me in the strictest confidence. But you just announced it to everyone here, rather loudly, in fact. Oh. And if it's such a big secret, how would Mr. Benedict have come to find out about it? Come on, Sherlock, come on, buddy. There can be but one explanation for that. Man, even Susanoo is shocked, yeah. Clearly it is because the man is a criminal. But what if he didn't know anything about the money in the vault? If he is a criminal, as he said, then buying a brand new shovel is sure to be the first thing he does. Now you're waiting. Sorry. Well, give me a second, chat. I need to do this. I'm taking a little bit here, but second. I'm sorry about this, chat. It's just something that I need to do real quick. Okay, anyways. Then buying a brand new shovel is sure to be the first thing he does now that you've revealed the secret. Oh. Or if he doesn't, maybe Mr. Windybank will. He already has plenty of shovels here, after all. Oh, my life. I assure you I'm not so unscrupulous. Well, hopefully this has taught you a valuable lesson. Sensitive information must be handled with the utmost of care. One can never be sure that someone's private secrets won't disclose them. And once the word is out, it's out. Perhaps I'll think twice before confiding you next time, Mr. Sholmes. An excellent idea, Mr. Naruto. An excellent idea. Well then, Mr. Naruto, you know what to do, I'm sure. Yes, let's listen to that great deduction again, and see if we can massage it into shape. God, that sounds so wrong on so many levels. Very well then, let us start once more from the beginning. Of Erlich Shulm's magnificent logic and reasoning spectacular. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. I love this music so much. First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured to this brokery today.
You claim to have followed this pickpocket here, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. As revealed by the wedge you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is the staff recruitment flyer. So, by Mr. Sholmes' reasoning, Mr. Benedict came here in order to apply for a job so he could dig down through the floor. God, that's so stupid and moronic. It's hilarious, don't take me wrong, but still pretty, yeah. Yes, in an attempt to tunnel into the sewers to gain access to the money in the vault of the bank across the road. But he wouldn't get very far with a broken shovel, would he? Nope, I think it's fair to say his motives lie elsewhere. Question is, where? What did bring Master Benedict to the air at this particular point in time? Let's see. Wait. He has his hand. He has something in his hand. Look at there. Does he? Okay, let's see if we can. Stylish hat, cane. Oh, the cane has something on it. Second chat, I need to check something real quick. Okay. Second chat. In a minute. Okay. That's a proper English gentleman's cane, isn't it? Look at the beautiful polished brass on the handle. Yes. Like, not like many are here in the yeah, I know, but still, like, it still feels bad that I'm, like, doing this at the same time. But I don't know if it will be a good thing or not, what I'm doing in general. Mr. Sholmes is right. It's not the sort of handle you usually see on a cane. I still would like not to do this during a stream, though. Perhaps it's the latest London fashion. I mean, that's just guesswork, of course. Perhaps you could adopt a cane, Mr. Naruhodo. It might rather suit you. I have a feeling it might argue with the sword around my waist. I think I know what it is. Back here, look at it. Scribbled writing. Oh. Look at all the scribbled notes on the back of the flyer here. Oh, I don't believe it. What is it? This is what it says. Name, Gino Lestrade, height, 5'2". Green cap, scruffy waistcoat, grubby white shirt, blue satchel, bagged. It's a detailed description of Miss Lestrade. Goodness. There's even a sketch of her, hat and all. Although, if you showed it to her, she'd fire that smoke grenade launcher in his face for sure. And look, the details of the shop have been written down here, too. Windy Banks Pawnbrokery, Baker Street, Redemption Deadline, 15th April. Which is today's date. Why would Mr. Benedict have all that information scrawled on the back of that piece of paper? I think we found it. Info about Miss Lestrade. Present. We got it. Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is the info about Miss Lestrade. Quite so, my dear fellow. It would appear that the writing and sketch on the reverse of the flyer pertain to the pickpocket Miss Lestrade and to Mr. Windybank's pawnbrokery here. Maybe someone meant to offer. Maybe. But why? It's just a pickpocket, right? Oh no.
Oh. So. Sorry about this, chat, again. Oh boy. Press. Gonna have to have some. Okay, I'm gonna do that later. Okay. For reals now. You originally told us that you had merely given chase after Miss Lestrade stole the redemption ticket from you. But that, sir, is a thinly veiled lie. It is the information on the back of the flyer that led you here today, by which I mean here to Windy Bank's pawnbrokery, and today the redemption deadline of that overcoat. So you waited for the young... Maybe she picked out the wrong rich guy, maybe. For the young girl matching the description you have written down to arrive. And you have gone to some lengths to hide the reason for your pursuit of Miss Lestrade. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. The cane in which you unwillingly clutch to your person is an incontrovertible contradiction. What utter rot. I've had this cane for years. The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the missing ferrule. No. What's a ferrule? It's the metal cap commonly found... Oops. It's the metal cap commonly found on the end of a cane, Mr. Naruto. Ah, the bit that makes the nice clacking sound on the paper. Yes, exactly. And Mr. Sholmes is right, it appears to be missing on the cane. But it doesn't actually look broken, does it? No, it doesn't. But the gentleman certainly did recall when Mr. Sholmes identified the case as suspicious. In other words, there's some secret about the cane that Mr. Berkeley would rather we don't know. Outside of the AG and the thing, I don't think I see anything else, so... There's only these, the initialing. AG. Look here, Mr. Sato. There are some letters on the head. Ah yes, those must be initials, I think. In the West, it's customary for people to finger their belongings with the first letters of their names. So Sherlock Sholmes would be HS. That's right. And the initial on this cane, obviously... Oh. AG? Why does it feel as though that's not quite right? Yep. I think we got this. It's probably this bullshit. Initialing. Because he called himself Egbert Benedict. The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the initialing. A most astute observation, would you say, Mr. Egbert Benedict? We are led to believe, sir, that your initials are EB. Yet in a most possessive manner, you have in your grasp a cane bearing the initials AG. An incontrovertible contradiction indeed, would you not agree? No, you're wrong. This cane isn't. You said before that you'd had that cane for years. So don't try to tell us that you just borrowed it from a friend or found it in a park. In short... Though you hold yourself to be a gentleman, you have withheld your true name. Oh, something happened there. You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? Well, and in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer to the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Oh.
Thank you, Teresa Cooper22, for the follow. I hope you enjoy the stream. We can talk in a bit. We'll talk a little bit later, okay? Just let me finish at least this a little bit. Because this part is important. Yes, your reaction... The unknown which you evidently would like to conceal is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. Let's consider the bare bones of what's happening here. Mr. Stride redeemed that fine-looking overcoat. And now a mysterious man has appeared, introducing himself with a fake name, and claiming that the overcoat belongs to him. But we know that he actually identified Mr. Stride from a written description. Which suggests that everything else he's told us is untrue. Not sure if I can say so or not. I'm gonna omit on this for now. I'm gonna omit on it. Yeah. So what we need to do here is somehow prove that the overcoat cannot possibly belong to him. Okay. I heard the... Aha! Hello? This does not belong to him. It's too small. Oh, the steam on the shoulder here is coming apart. Look. So it is. Do you know, a moment ago when Mr. Bennick was surprised by something that was said, I thought I heard him make a rather strange noise. It sounded a bit like a tiny growl. But now I think it was probably the sound of the seam ripping open. If you look closely, it does seem to be a very tight fit. Sleeves are stretched, bursting, and he wouldn't have a hope of fastening it at the front. If he were to run around in it, I'm sure the whole thing would fall apart. That I'd like to see. Ping me then on Discord when you want to watch Strange Fake, then mostly because I guarantee my net's too bad to fully stream it. All good. Oh. All good. I'll ping you later then. No worries. Sorry? So how can we make Mr. Benedict run around? She's really giving this some thought. Either way, that is what we need to present. Got it. The split scene, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see? Oh. Yes, because the overcoat is rather obviously a poor fit. Having forced it over your broad shoulders, the seam is already breaking apart. My suspicions were aroused from the outset. When you so badly lied about your name and so boldly waylaid with a this pickpocket. This catalog of untruths has all been for one very specific purpose. To steal the article that the young girl redeemed from Mr. Windybank. Oh. But what really irks me is this. The considerable crime I initially imagined has been considerably curtailed. Yep, very simple crime now. No, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. Or we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, design a ways to filch some tawdry article of pawnage. Have you forgotten that I redeemed the article in the proper manner, using the watch? My God, stop with that. Had I not been the one to deposit it in the first place, could I possibly have known the relevant details? That spot? That's the spot? Oh, but the watchword can be discovered. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Oh, and your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped for. What? Let us consider how one might come to learn a secret watchword relating to the pawn property of another. The method is revealed by the council notice on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. Direction of the deduction machines rather drastically now, I think. Yes, no more talk of tunneling into the sewers. Which is a pity because it all sounded rather exciting. Anyway, you can't deny that this mysterious gentleman didn't know the watchword. Yes, Professor. If you didn't know that word, Mr. Windybank would never allow you to redeem the article. Or, looking at it another way, if you didn't know that word, Mr. Windybank would allow you to redeem the article whether it was yours or not. So the question is, would the channel have found the watchword out somehow? Let's see if we can find... What is this? A notelet. Look at this, Mr. Sato. Ah, it appears to be a memo that Mr. Windybank has ascribed claim to himself. Let's see, what does it say? Oh, Professor. Oh! Mr. Windybank must make a note of the watchwords here his customers give him right before their eyes. And in alarmingly clear script as well. Oh dear, I don't know where to look. Who knows what other secrets I might see? I was gonna check the big book, but, well, I think I have my answer of where he found it. Oh, that was easy. I was expecting to have to do a little bit more searching. The method is revealed by the notelet on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. Yes, the broker here follows the same procedure whenever a customer comes to redeem an article. He asks the customer for the watchword and notes down the response entered on a notelet he has to hand. Then he consults his ledger and confirms whether or not the watchword matches that of the article in question. I would expect nothing less of a diligent pawn. But his diligence clearly has its disadvantages. What are you talking about? It is increasingly apparent that you were present in this shop for your accusation against Miss Lestrade. In all likelihood, you followed her inside and then observed her talking to Mr. Windybank. When the diligent broker made a note of the watchword, as is his common practice, you observed him writing the word professor on the notelet beside the ledger. Oh, we got him. And that, sir, was the master plan you devised to steal the pawn article from the young Miss Lestrade. Master plan. Which brings us to the last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. Why would you go to such lengths to redeem that particular article from this pawnbroker? Are you quite serious? For an ill-fitting overcoat hardly seems to justify the effort, much less a worthless music box sticks. But naturally, you had very good reason to make them yours, didn't you, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells all we need to know. Nope. The articles we're talking about are the overcoat and the music box disc that was in one of the pockets, which according to Mr. Windybank isn't even worth a penny. And yet this man went to such lengths to steal them. Why? I wonder if perhaps we already have the evidence need to explain it, Mr. Naruhodo. Could we? Really? I better throw a look at the evidence we've collected so far. I mean, it can only be this, right? But why? Oh, hello. Oh! It's for McGilded! Oh, there's a little scrap of paper stuck onto the reverse side of the dish, look. Look, and a skilled word or two. It looks like somebody's name. For McGilded.
McGilded? It couldn't be.
But it is, Mr. Naruto. A name I shall never forget, for as long as I live.
But why? Why is his name on this? This information has been updated in the court record. Okay. Go! You see, this music box disc tells us all we need to know. What's that? On the back. It reads for McGilded. Oh. Oh. Yep. Oh, Mr. Magnus McGilded. You know, the unfortunate philanthropist who perished in curious circumstances at the Old Bailey 2 months ago. Prominent man in London. Though his lone-mongering demonstrated a distinct lack of scruples. So, you're an associate of his, are you? Or perhaps a subordinate? Mr. McGilded was a man unusually small of unusually small stature. In fact, he was precisely the right size for that overcoat that you've squeezed yourself into. Ugh. Your true identity remains shrouded in mystery, Mr. Eggert Benedict. The final conclusion here is crystal. The reason you came to this problem brokers today? Was to retrieve an article left behind by the late Magnus McGilded. Oh! Jesus. Solved. Deduction complete. Elementary. Idea. Well, Mr. Magnus McGilded. Not a name I expect to hear in these circumstances.
Mr. Sholmes, I'm afraid there's something very troubling on my mind. Pray tell, Miss Susato. Well, according to what Mr. Windybank told us earlier, today was the final day on which the code could have been redeemed, was it not? Yes, ma'am, that is correct. Today would be precisely 2 months since it was first deposited.
Okay, I think we're going to stop it here. Okay, we finished the deduction, which is kind of what I wanted to finish, but I think we're going to finish the stream for today here. I'm going to save real quick just in case I fuck up. So we're going to finish the stream here. I'm going to go deal with the thing I have to deal with then, and we'll see you in a bit, Raphael. We'll talk on Discord a little bit later. Anyways, chat, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope to see you guys again another time. So, I will see you in a while. Take care, have a good one. Oh, and don't forget, tomorrow we have Fire Emblem afternoon. Anyways, it will be Fire Emblem, by the way. We'll talk about DMC at another time. Either way, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!